Hi friends, I'm Beth and I'm back with another episode of How I'm Doing It. Today is Saturday, March 21st, 2020. We're in the middle of a pandemic of the COVID-19 coronavirus. And so it's been about maybe a week and a half since things in this part of the country have started to be made much more serious and different in terms of what we're seeing on the media. It's been going on in other parts of the world for quite some time. We've had time to look at other parts of the world in Asia and Europe, China, Italy, other places that are having serious problems right now with this outbreak of the coronavirus. I can only pray for our leadership and society in general that we do what we're supposed to do. We do what we need to do. Some of these decisions that are coming down from leadership are not popular, but they're necessary. And I pray that people take it seriously and do what they're supposed to do. I'm already a little bit unpopular right now with some of my kids asking me to do things and go places that are not allowed or are not safe. And I have to say, well, no, because the president said this or that, or the governor said, or the mayor said. We're going to have to find other activities and things that we can do to keep active and happy and motivated and keep the kids learning at home. My kids are currently with a family member in another state, but right now they're coming home this weekend. That's the plan. But they text me and they're young, so they don't quite understand what's going on as far as what does this mean. Sometimes they want to go do activities or things, and I have to say, you know what, Dollywood's closed. It's just not happening. We will find other activities to keep busy. Or no, I don't know how long school will be closed or whatever, but we're just going to keep going. The American spirit, the human spirit, regardless of nationality, has an internal drive in the heart of all of us. Sometimes we can get depressed with bad news, but it's important to try to recognize that and find motivating ways to keep going and keep happy. In fact, when I drive to work, I pick specifically upbeat music to listen to try to kind of get my brain in gear for taking on phone calls and responsibilities and activities at work every day that I'm supposed to do. Right now, as some of you know, I am in healthcare, but I'm not hands-on with patients. I answer phone calls and do administrative kind of work, that kind of thing. So as far as my state has not put any restrictions on our industry that affect me at a personal level yet. But who knows? Every day things change. Right now, I'm glad that I have the opportunity to wake up every day and have a job to go to. I know a lot of people don't. That is a blessing. I'm glad that I get the opportunity to speak to people on the phone and help them, give them information, give them a listening ear, give people what information and motivation that I can. People have been very kind and asked how we're doing at work. And I just explain, we're taking it one day at a time, trying to keep the right attitude, want to help our patients as much as we can. That's what we're here for. And so every day that I show up to work, I know that other families don't have work to go to. And I remember that, and it means something to me that I'm able to do that. We just take it day by day. So I am glad that our work would be considered essential, at least according to what other states are saying about their employees, and that I can do something. I feel like if I was stuck in the house all the time, a lot of people feel like they're kind of sitting on their hands and there's things that they want to do. And I am grateful and I recognize it is a blessing that I'm able to get out of the house every day and go do something meaningful. If that changes, then I'm going to keep a good attitude about it. And whenever I'm in the house, I will do something meaningful. Speaking of, this is a weekend. This is Saturday. So I've got a whole list of things I'm going to do. This is my to-do list. These are things that I'm going to do that are meaningful for me. So I have some emails I have to respond to. I made a little note up here to remember to take my or use my dermatology meds, because I can tell that I'm breaking out. A good bit of this is probably stress, honestly. But I do have a skin condition called rosacea. And it is a chronic condition. It does not, at least science at this point, does not have a way to make it go away or disappear or cure it. We just have ways to manage it. So it's important to me to remember to use my prescription dermatology medications to try to keep this in check. If it gets out of control, it can get really unwieldy. So I'm going to make a point to be more diligent about that. I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to wash sheets today. I'm going to pay bills. I'm going to check in with our daycare, La Petite. I got a phone call from the director, our local director, yesterday, and so I'm going to check on the website about some things and all of that. And luckily at this point, La Petite is still open in our area for childcare needs for parents who still have jobs to go to. I've got pickup kids. I'm going to pick up my kids later on this weekend. And because this has been their spring break week, even though school is closing for longer than spring break, I don't really know what all that's going to mean for life in general or plans or schools or whatever. I'm just like all the rest of the Americans trying to figure this out as we go. Also, I bought some plants recently at Lowe's. It says check plants. And then bricks and mark. So I have plants. I've not put them in the ground yet. They're still in the pots out on the patio in the backyard waiting to be planted. They've been getting rained on this week. They're still looking good. But I'm going to put some bricks out around those once I get them in the ground and mark them. I did move a little bit differently than I do sometimes when I'm planting. Usually in the past I've been planting just flowers and things, but right now I also bought some blueberry bushes and some tomatoes and watermelons and some food items. I don't know. Food item gardening takes a lot of time, and usually I don't have the time for that, manning a household of 4 kids and a full-time job. But with the grocery stores having supply problems and stocking problems like they are, I thought it couldn't hurt to put in a little extra effort and have some food items growing in the yard. Also, I'm going to work on, I'm going to try to work on taxes right here for my teenager. Let me see, it's hard to tell in backwards view what I'm doing here. And I need to get some tax forms to my kid's father. We exchange certain tax forms every year as part of our parenting plan. It just keeps each other up to date on what's going on in regards to our households. Also, I'm going to clean out my fridge and do some dishes. And I'm going to clean my coworker's microwave. She loaned it to us while we were in the midst of this kitchen rebuild, and I finally got my microwave, my built-in microwave and my built-in oven back together. I got most of my cabinets back in. I got my refrigerator, indoor refrigerator, back in order. We've been using the garage refrigerator. Still have a couple of things left to do, but it's looking gorgeous. So now that I don't need her microwave anymore on the table in here, I'm going to clean it and return it to her come Monday. That's the plan. So I've got a variety of things to keep me busy. I've got a lot of other things to do too, but those are the things I'm going to try to focus on. I don't want to get distracted with too many things or feel overwhelmed. So I'm a list maker, I'm a planner. I like to just, do what I can. I like the feeling of satisfaction of crossing an item off the list. I would love to hear from you guys. This video is a little bit different. Post below how you're doing. Post below if you're having any problems so we can pray for you. And also if we have any ideas, we can share ideas. This whole situation is going to take not only America pulling together and neighborhoods pulling together, but the entire world pulling together. And even though we're physically separated in distance, we are connected emotionally in the heart. Thank you. I'm Beth, and that's how I'm doing it.